Morning LinkedIn. Today I'm going to show you the Engineer Wizard app written for Android. Basically kind of impossible to create obviously on iOS. The app itself comes with no manuals, it comes with no information whatsoever, no engineering notes, nothing. It's an absolute blank app. The reason I do that is for copyright, so nobody can talk to me about the copyright of any contained PDFs. So the PDFs I'm going to show you, potentially, you can get on them off the net or get off manufacturers, etc. But I do not supply any manuals, and the app comes with no manuals. So this is all to do with copyrighted information and documentation. So let me show you. Obviously, the app comes with no menus, and you just configure the app however you want to configure it personally for you, depending on what systems and products and stuff that you work with. So let's jump ahead and create some menus. So I've already populated a few of the disciplines, but if I create another discipline, for example, and call it test, nice and simple. So I would say, okay, I'll go into the test section and I would say my manufacturer, and I would say my product. Now, it could be any discipline, could be any manufacturer, could be any product, and we create it like that. The menus I've created are at the bottom, so you can always check what you've got. You can also delete them. So if I go to there, for example, I can go, I'll type in Comlit Pack. And if I put in IP controller, my apologies, there's any spelling mistakes, so I'm not really looking too much. And we'll call it IP controllers. Now, when I create the menu, I'm obviously selecting what discipline I want it to go into. On this occasion, it's going to be access control, but you need to take attention to say, okay, I'm creating in my access control discipline with the manufacturer of Comlit Pack and the product, obviously whatever product name you want to give, and I create the discipline, or I create the menu entry, should I say, and then you can see it there. So we have the correct speech. So I've included that because sometimes, let's put it this way, the app will read, it will speak to you. If it makes a mistake with the way it tells you a certain word, you can use the correct speech to say what the original pronunciation is, and then rechange it so it will speak the correct one. Some manufacturers have names that it doesn't like to speech synthesis too well. So quickly do an update on that. And you can see that we've got our test
manufacturer product.
And we've got our access control.
Access control Comlit Pack IP controllers.
So within each section, and bear in mind you can have as many menus as you like, within each section you can create your notes, you can view your notes, you can view your manuals, you can, let's come back to collections, you can look at your documents, which is your Word documents. You've got your slideshows, which is, as we all know, slideshows. You've got images, we've got videos, and we've got a camera. So the camera allows you to take images, and once you create an image, you can add your own notes against the image. As I said, we've got notes. So these are for engineering notes. So potentially you can go to site, you can do the job, and then you can write up how you fixed it, so next time when you come to it you don't need to worry about trying to remember, because you've got your engineer notes in there. The engineer notes allows for 2,000 characters. You can share your notes, obviously you can delete your notes. It used to be on the cloud, so you could upload your notes to the cloud and you could share them with other engineers via the cloud. So once you put your notes on the system, everybody got a copy of it that was within your group as such. But the cloud at the moment is kind of defunct, so you can ignore that. But the possibility of me putting it back, maybe, who knows. So there's your notes. We can go into notes and do that. We've got manuals. bear in mind when you do manuals and anything you do within these sections, you're creating them within the access control section. So coming back to collections, when you go on collections, it will show you all of your manuals, all of your documents, all of your slideshows, all of your images, and all of your videos. I believe it shows everything all within collections. So if you're not quite sure and you don't want to go through all the different tabs, you can click selections and it will show you everything. So let's go ahead and add a manual, which is nice and easy. We can select a single PDF and we can literally go into manuals. Let's go and see if we can find anything for pack. So currently I've got it the Stanley pack. We've got an Easy Key 250. So we can go submit.
Thumbnails have been generated successfully.
And as you can see, it didn't like it too much. So I can create whatever image I want from my overlay, from my manual. I can scroll. I can zoom in. Bear in mind if I'm on my phone, obviously the images are a lot smaller, so you need to zoom in a lot further. This will zoom in, I believe, 40 times. I think it may even be 60, which is a lot more than you can do on a normal PDF viewer. I used to use the same app for going to site when I was looking at PDFs of drawing plans, which allowed me to zoom right into the plan to see exactly what's going on. So you've got your mini pages there, so you can scroll across on this one and then select what you want. You know, there's no mistaking. Another nice ability that I can click on PDF and I can say test, and basically that will extract that one page and create me a completely separate PDF which is there. Yep. And that's it. So I've got one page. So if I had a 500-page manual, I can simply extract that one page, and if I wanted to, I could obviously share that, and I can share that to wherever, whichever app I want to use, to send it email or WhatsApp or what have you. Obviously this is on a tablet, so yeah, slightly different. Right, so I can delete and I can add. So it does have the option of adding a directory. So if I've got a directory of manuals, it will literally import all of the manuals within that folder. If they've got passwords, put the password in, it will auto-populate so that it will automatically open with the password. So we don't have to worry about that. It will go down one level, so if you remove that, it won't. It will just go to the base. So basically that will import everything. And once it imports, you'll start to see this different pages flash up as it then creates all the thumbnails. Now I've got the thumbnail sizes correctly. So go back there a second, because that's where I was in the Stanley pack. So if I go there and say select, you'll now see it flicker and as it then draws all the different
Thumbnails have been generated successfully.
Right, so as you can see, all my manuals, and any one of them I can go into and I can do exactly the same. I can scroll and look at things and everything and anything. So that basically is manuals. So we can change the menus, as I said. We can randomize the colors, which will change the colors of the page as such, or we can go into styles. We can just select a theme and it will then change the theme for us. You can have whatever colors you want. You can change the padding on the right side. You can change your font names, so you can change fonts of the different things, different sections, so everything's set however you want it. You've got a speech, so it will do a 4-tab speech. You can change it to double speed. You can change your voice preference. for what you want. Some people like different things. You've got your thumbnail settings. So you've got the thumbnail display size. That is how it will look when you come out of your manuals, or go to look at your manuals, I say. So you can see they've all gone tiny, gives me a bigger room for description, and yet I can still see what I'm looking at. So let's get back into there. Thumbnail settings, wasn't it? So if I go extra large, you know, some people like loads of graphics, some people like to have a full description. You know, the manuals will go bigger if you want them bigger, and yet again you can basically do whatever you want. Yep. So that's your thumbnail settings. You've got your compression, so you will have a bit more disk space because you compressed it a bit more. Completely up to yourself how you want to do that. The maximum zoom for images is 60, so as you can imagine that's a lot more than you would normally be able to do, even with your phone software. You've got the resolution that you want your thumbnail to be, so if you can add a certain resolution with a certain amount of compression, that will obviously make it better for your disk space. We've got the return after thumbnail. So as you've seen, I'm using automatic thumbnail generating. So depending on the speed of your device, you would set your return time. If your return time is too small, then what you will do is you will get a degraded kind of thumbnail. So it's a bit of trial and error. This is quite a fast tablet, in fact a very fast tablet. I could probably go 40 milliseconds on this, but I've left it to 80. But you know, if you've got a really old device, you know, you can wait as long as you like. You can literally walk away, it will do the thumbnails, you can come back and they'll all be done. So if you've got 500 manuals in one folder, you know, there's no great problem, it will just do it for you. Couple of developer options. These are to do with the auto thumbnails. I never used to allow people to necessarily modify it. It was almost like a pro version, so if you were lucky enough to have developers options, then you could do these, but on this release I've allowed everybody to do it. Going back to themes, you've got your top kind of section. That top section is this bit up here, changing the fonts and colours, so you can have your different colours for different sections. Let's go back into there. This is kind of your colours here for your background of your main section that's down here. So for example, I can't show you because I'm using a custom colours, but if you change these, you can change how you want it to be, like a gradient. You can then alter the gradient to wherever you want it, top to bottom, left to right, etc. You've then got your lists, that's like your manuals, and all your other different lists that you get of your different files. How do you want them? And then on the main page, you've got your toolbar there and your different colours for your different sections at the top, along with the different font sizes. If you want grayscale, I'm not sure if it'll work at the moment because of the way that we're using the custom. Couple of extra options, so it allows you to go 50 products, etc. across the top. If you're going more than 50, then you need to expand this option here. But 50, I don't think anyone's got kind of 50 disciplines that they work with, but that will allow you to do it. So let's see if they've gone to blanks. Yeah, so you can see that they've now gone to black and white. So we have the custom themes. There's a fair few there: red and black, oranges, green. This isn't quite the production release, but it's a good example for you to look at. We've got speech as well. So, in a nutshell, you can go into menu, If I do Paxton Net 2, come out of that, quickly do the update. So you can now see that I've got Comlit and I've got Paxton.
Paxton Net 2. Comlit Pack IP controllers.
And I can just build this menu up however I want. So Paxton obviously have got a lot of different devices.
Paxton Net 2.
As I add more products onto the menu section, they will appear across the bottom, and as I increase the manufacturers, they come across the middle, and different disciplines will appear at the top. And I can literally fill this right up with whatever I want. If I want to delete one, I can say delete record and it will come off the menu. Quickly come out, do an update, test is now gone. So the menus are very, very simple, and that's literally
Paxton Net 2.
as easy as it is. Adding documents, slides, etc. You know, it's literally a case of just exactly the same kind of menu. So that basically is it. Any manuals, anything, any videos, slides, documents. So you get this section on every single product that you put, and within every single product you can have your own notes, you can have your own manuals, documents, slides, images, videos, etc. all within that one section, and you can have basically an unlimited product selection. So you can see that this can hold every single thing that you've got for everything, whether that be as I said before, CAD drawings, whether it be specific manuals for specific products, or different notes for different products. Obviously you can create notes, you can have up to 2,000 characters, you potentially could have unlimited notes per product. The same with the manuals, you can kind of have, you know, I've tested maybe, I don't know, let's say 500 manuals within one product. My phone used to walk around with about 64 gigs worth of information. So since this app's been updated, I have to redo my manuals by importing them and creating my menus again. This is why this one's quite empty, but it's a fairly easy process. It's just a case of sitting down, bit of time, laying out and importing everything. As I said, it auto thumbnails, so importing manuals and creating thumbnails it's just something that the app does anyway. You may notice when I go into the manuals, let's go into another section in a second.
Comlit Pack IP controllers.
When I go in there, it auto populates, and the reason why it auto comes up is to do with the auto thumbnailing. So once you know that you've got all your manuals in, you can turn off the kind of mass auto thumbnails, so it won't auto populate, it will come to this page. So let's put it this way, you can also change this so you can have it how you want it. So this is an EasyKey 1000 installation and user manual. That's again the auto populating. So there you go. So you can rename whatever you like. If I wanted to add some notes here, you can add whatever notes you want. So you could have two manuals that are quite similar. You can say no, use this one for this site, or for whatever reason you need to add notes, it's there. Yeah, this is your search bar. So if we search for pack,
Searching for pack.
yeah, so it knows what's there. If we're looking for EasyKey, it should
Searching for EasyKey.
Yeah, so you can see it's found all the EasyKey menus. It will search for every single manual and everything else that you've got for EasyKey. I don't believe it searches for notes, but hope you enjoyed that quick kind of introduction. Yep. You have a great day.